Okay, so this is why it's getting to the point where you have to check behind everybody that works on your car. About 2 years ago, before I started this Flat Top Fiasco video series and totally restored this 59 Chevrolet here, I took it to get coil springs done and a few other things fixed. Well, when I picked the car up, the guy told me that the shocks on the front of the car seemed to be not that good. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I even kind of thought then, I'm like, why didn't y'all call me? Y'all could have put new shocks. But I don't believe the guy that owned the shop understood just how bad they were. So basically, this is what I had on my car. And a shock absorber is supposed to retract, and you can see it's just dragging. And I don't know what kind of shocks these are, but I've never seen shocks that were made like this. Not to mention this one, to take the cake, was broke. This is supposed to be down in there, and yeah. So about 2 years ago, an employee that worked there had gotten to where he liked to yik yak on his phone and text and all that junk way too often. So I figured this was one of his shortfalls right before he left. So one time I was told he was one of the best employees they had. Because of the cell phone, he went down the drain. So I hate to say it, but even at your reputable shops like this one was, and it still is, you need to check behind work that's done, and you need to really specify. If you're going into something like a coil spring, when this stuff's got to be moved anyway, or any other type of work where it's already there, you need to specify and say, if you find anything, you shouldn't have to say this, but if you find anything else wrong, please call me. If it's something that's 50 bucks, like the shocks at the time, probably been less than 100 bucks, just replace them. Don't ask for permission. If you need to ask for permission, ask what brand you want. I like these KYBs. I got these off Rock Auto for a lot better price than you can get them at the parts store. So that's another thing. Use Rock Auto. You save a lot of money from the parts store. Another thing I wanted to mention is they didn't even have the bushing on top. It was just straight nut and lock washer to the frame. It's supposed to have a bushing. The other bushing goes under here with this plate, and it's like a sandwich in between the frame. This car was very darty on the road, and I just really had no clue that they were this bad. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. So just beware. Check behind your people out there. I mean, everybody can make a mistake, but in the day and age of cell phones, our attention spans have gotten so short. And there's a lot of other stuff, I think, that goes into that. I have a lot of my own thoughts and beliefs that I've researched and stuff. I think it's all by design. I believe it's in the food. I believe it's in fertilizers. I believe it's in every single thing we touch that's toxic, and it's causing us to just be way less of people than we were just 50 years ago. So with that in mind, when you're talking about stuff like this, and brakes especially, your life and other people's lives on the road is in the hands of these mechanical parts. And we struggle to even get good parts. And then when you've got people that's distracted installing the halfway good parts, it's just a recipe for disaster. Look at the airline industry. We've got people that's been found dead because they whistle blew things they saw behind the scenes going on at these airports. The people at the top, a lot of times, all they care about is the almighty dollar. They could care less about my or your safety. Now you say, well, I'm not going to fly. Well, I don't fly either. I've never been on an airplane. But when you're talking about, see, just like this, I left that nut right here, not thinking about it. If this was on an airplane inside of a jet engine, it could bring a plane down. If this was left on an intake of a carburetor, it can blow your engine up. A 30-cent nut. So just keep all that in mind. Again, check behind your people, even the people you trust. Check behind them. And good luck on the airplanes. But hopefully your airplane won't crash in my backyard, because that is a real possibility with stuff going on these days. So anyway, that's just, didn't want to get too much on that tangent, but there's a great big evil world out there, and this is just, and stuff like that is just evidence of what is being done to everyone. So with that being said, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Restoration inquiries in the video description. Quick look at the car. I've got most of the trim back on the Impala, and it's looking really good. Real happy the way it's turned out overall. But so see y'all later.